Alright guys, what's up? We're here to do one more tier list. We've found a few more we can try to do. We're definitely running out, so we might, once we get through the next couple of Twisted-Wonderland ones, we might branch out and do like more Genshin or Star Rail and other stuff like that. But for now, we'll carry on with the Twisted-Wonderland theming. But anyway, so this one is pretty plain and simple. We have the main cast of Night Raven College, including the teachers and Crowley, who's technically just like more or less a principal, I guess, if you want to call it the difference between a headmaster and whatnot. We got everyone pretty much in order, starting with rank. We go in dorm order and in rank order. So we have house warden, vice house warden, seniors, or seniority students, and then freshmen. But anyway, so we have, it's pretty plain and simple, nice and easy. We only have 3 categories. Technically 2 categories, but there's 3 distinctions. So we have, it's just a pretty straight and simple smash or pass of the Twisted-Wonderland boys. Discounting the fact that some of them are either partly animal, not fully human, and or just magical monster type deals. Mostly in the sense of Malleus and Lilia, they're like Fae, I guess. Excluding Octavanel and Scarabia, they're primarily also, most of them are human except for like Ortho and Malleus and Lilia. And I guess Sebek, if you want to count him, he's half Fae, I guess. But anyway, for our 3 distinctions, we have Smash being the top, Smash being the bottom, and pass. So pretty straightforward all in all. Going a little bit of character vibes, and then just their overall kind of dynamic. If I feel like they might be more as who they are, they might lean more towards either being the top or being the bottom, or if I think they might, use that opportunity as like as a break, so to speak. Not too sure how to make that distinction there as well, but we'll do our best here. I can tell you there's not that many passes. I can think of at least one for sure. But anyway, let's get to it. So Smash be the bottom, starting with Riddle. He's very rule oriented, so he's definitely more. He's got that more Dom personality naturally, but he might also be more of a like could use the break. So I don't know. I feel fuck it. I feel like I'd bottom for Riddle. Sure, fuck it. Oh, Trey. Damn. Okay. I could go either or on that one. I feel like his signature magic would be interesting in regards to how he uses it. I feel like that could be interesting enough. He changes the flavors of things. Cater, we'll do that. Ace, it's definitely got more of a loud personality. I don't know. I feel like I could manage that. Deuce, ooh, Scott. And I feel like he's Ace is kind of a lot too for how I am as a personality. I feel like we might switch him out, but for now we'll put Deuce and Pass. Leona will do this naturally. Dude's got top energy written all over him, and I'll gladly let him. Rugi, ooh, he could go either way. He'd do it for money for sure, but Scott is kind of like mimicry, laugh with me spell, so that could be either or. I feel like that probably works in how I see Rugi personally. Jack, ooh, he's either pass or bottom. We'll put him in pass for now. Gladly, 100%. and 100%. So we bottom for all octagonal boys here. That's standard, par for the course. Contracts, hell yeah. And their signature spells could be useful as well in that regard, but yeah, definitely bottom for each of them, easily. Kaleem, yes. Smash as the top. Jamil as the bottom. Vil as the bottom. Rook, ooh. His personality is a bit much for my taste, but I feel like I would bottom for Rook. Apple, what do you... It's not a pass. I would say arguably top, but I feel like he wouldn't let you top him, so I'll let him top. Fuck it. Naturally, by Idia, as his personality, I would top, I guess, sure. Ortho, he's robotic in nature, so I'm not 100% sure how that would work. Damn well be willing to see what's up, so top. Malleus, easy. Lilia, ooh. He can bounce around. He has both top and bottom. He's definitely playful in that sense. He'd be along for the ride either way. But I feel like he... Nah. We'll do that. Silver. The somnophilia aspect aside, if he's like, no, fucking in a deep sleep or whatever, I feel like top. Why not? Sebek is a little too loud for me personally, so definitely more of a pass in regards to him. Crowley, not necessarily a pass. I feel like I'd try topping him, sure. He's along for the ride. He definitely is more the kind of like putting his work off on someone, so I feel like he probably wouldn't want to be the top, you know? The potions master of Night Raven College, easy. Oh, he's strict. He's a history teacher, so I don't know how that aspect... I mean, I don't know how the history teacher aspect plays in at all, but... it'd be either pass or bottom. I definitely don't think I'd want to top. Yeah, fuck it. Vargas. Ooh, okay. Naturally, as a Gaston, he'd try to be the dominant one. Yeah, fuck it, why not? And Sam, easy. Alright, well, there we go, guys. Pretty straightforward, nice and easy, very... all things considered, very easy. The only one... Sebek is for sure a pass. Robotic aspect aside, I could put Ortho into pass. Deuce and Jack, I feel like a little iffy on them. I wouldn't mind either top or bottom in regards to Jack. For Deuce, I'd say probably being the top, and Sebek is just naturally a pass for me, but I feel like leaving them three in pass is good enough for now. But anyway, so we'll revisit these categories. So on our scale of smash or pass, smashing as the top, smashing as the bottom, and passing. In the pass category, we have Deuce Spade of Heartslabyul, Jack Howell of Savanaclaw, and Sebek Zigvolt of Diasomnia. Smashing as the bottom, we have from Heartslabyul, we have Riddle Rosehearts and Trey Clover. From Savanaclaw, we have Leona King Scholar. From Octavanel, we are bottoming for Azul Ashen Grotto, Jade Leech, and Floyd Leech. From Scarabia, we bottom for Jamil. For Pomefiore, we bottom for Vil Schoenheit, Rook Hunt, and Apple Felmir, although again, the only thing that's keeping Apple in the and being in personally being the bottom category is that I feel like he wouldn't let you top him just because of his pride. So I feel like leaving him there is probably fine for this. For Diasomnia, we bottom Malleus and we bottom Lilia. Yeah, that's fine. For the Night Raven College staff, we bottom for Cruel, Train, Vargas, and Sam. That checks out. As the top, for heartslabyul we have, or being the top, sorry. Wait. Does the category imply they're the bottom or they're the top? Actually don't know, but I made the distinction as the parentheses being in reference to you. So you being the top, or you as in the person doing it, the person doing the list. So as in us being the top, we have, for heartslabyul, we have Cater Diamond and Ace Trappola. For Savanaclaw, we have Rugi, Buki, I don't know how you say his last name. For Scarabia, we have Kalim Al-Asim. For ignihyde, we have Idia Shroud and Ortho Shroud. For Diasomnia, we have Silver Van Rouge. And for the Night Raven staff, we have Dire Crowley. Anyway, that's nice and easy. We have 3 passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as the top. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 16 as the bottom. So nice and easy. 8 as the top, 16 as the bottom, 2-to-1 ratio. I feel like that's kind of generally how it leans. Personally, I can do either or. Definitely more of a switch personally, but you know that's neither here nor there. But well, couple distinctions, a couple internal admissions. I feel just based off the fact of a couple that we weren't 100% sure on. The 3 pass, the setback is 100% a pass. I'm like 25% pass on Jack. I feel like I'd let him, I'd bottom for Jack, sure. And Deuce at 50-50, probably top, but we could potentially swap Ortho down into pass just because he's, you know, like a robot, and I guess outside of the technicality of him being both a robot and a child, since he's technically dead, you know, but just going based off, you know, like character vibes. We're not taking 100% their ages into account and whatnot. Well, this is since some of them are technically just barely out of high school age, technically / in high school age, and then some of them it'd be the complete opposite end of the spectrum there, since a couple of these guys are either not fully human or just like ancient and whatnot, but. Anyway, I feel like that's a pretty good one for now, you guys. We have our relatively completed Smasher Pass of the Twisted-Wonderland boys. But that's going to be it for this one, you guys. So as always, thank you so much for joining. Feel free to share and like the videos, subscribe to the channels, all that good shit. Truly helps out and is appreciated. And if you want to see more things like these, definitely feel free to chime in. Your thoughts, characters you want to see, other games. You know, as far as games we play, it's outside of a couple of the kind of like console ones, but we have our main gacha games. We have Twisted-Wonderland, obviously. We have Genshin Impact. We have Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves are the 5 for sure we'll play. Debating getting into Nexus Anima. Uma Musume, I definitely want to get into that, but I'm waiting for storage space on the device, so it might be a while. But anyway, yeah, definitely feel free to chime in with stuff you guys might want to see in the future, and we're working into down the line making a Twisted-Wonderland kind of tour count of our characters and stuff like that. But anyway, that's for another day. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Signing off for now. Peace out.